To get started, you want to take your button, and this pattern will work best if you've got a 4 buttonhole button. And you want to take your first cord, and where you'd normally have the cord going over here at the front, you want to do it the opposite way around to what you'd normally do. So you thread it through your first buttonhole, and then going through one of the ones next to that one, you want to thread it through like that, and then match up the ends. So you pull the button along so it's almost to the end, and then you want to use this loop to pull these tail ends through. And to pull it through like that. And then you want to take your longer cord and you want to do the same thing again. So thread through from the front and then put the loop at the back. And again, you want to match up your ends and then just pull so that you've got an equal amount of cord either side. And you can just pull your button along, and this time you want to take this loop and you want to pull your short cord tail ends through and your long cord tail ends through. So just pulling through your cords like that, and then pull everything tight. So you should end up with something that looks like that. And then you want to do the same thing at the other side. And once you've done both sides, you should end up with something that looks like this. So now you can take your board and you want to clip one set of cords out of the way and just work one side at a time. And then just clip the button to the top of your board. And then you're going to take your shortest cords and you're going to clip these to the bottom of your board. And then you want to put your longest cords at either side. And then you're going to work square knots, but you want to remember as you go in, you only want to do half the size of your bracelet because the other half is going to be at the other end. So you're just going to work down doing square knots. So you're going to go over, over and through. And then to complete your square knot you want to go under, under and through. And you want to keep doing this all the way down until you've got half your bracelet done. So do remember, don't do it a full size, otherwise it'll be way too big. So once you've done the first half of your bracelet, you can remove the cords that you clipped to the bottom of the board, and you just want to do a braided tie-on end. So you just want to do a normal 3-stranded braid. So once you've got your braided tie-on, as long as you want it, you can just tie all the cords in a knot at the end to keep everything in place. And once you're satisfied that that's nice and tight, you can trim off any excess. And then you just want to seal the ends. Now I'm going to use a lighter to seal here, but you can use glue if you prefer. So once you've done this side, you want to remove your bracelet from the board, and then you can do the same thing with your other side. And when you finish, you should end up with something that looks like this. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. And that is your completed wish button bracelet. So once you've done the first half of your bracelet, you can remove the cords where you've tucked them to the bottom of the